Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, where you happen to be, welcome to another edition of the Living World of Darkness. It has been some time, approximately 24 hours, since Joss has last seen either Lily or Reggie. One of them being an old friend, the other one being an old friend in a new body. Joss is currently he's currently within his own apartment, seeing as he has sort of abandoned the dormitory for a little bit, and because he really just wants his own accoutrements. He received a text from Master Edwin of the mages not too long ago saying that he had encountered Reggie, had given her some advice, and that, yeah, apparently Lily, in a bird form, had proceeded to walk over the threshold, and that for being rather disrespectful, he was detaining her for a little bit. Not much longer than a few days. Josh texts back a rather harsh message, at which point Master Edwin just simply typed a very fairly automated response to that, which annoyed Josh to no end. At the moment, Josh is currently gearing up for a meeting with the people of Staten Island. He does not know what will happen in this meeting. He, hopefully at least, will be able to sue for peace from the people of Staten Island so that they do not have to get into an extended conflict or even involve themselves at all with any coming conflict between the Manhattan Islanders and the Staten Islanders. As such, he would feel a lot safer if he had his Hell Kitty along, so he goes ahead and picks the cordless, what the cordless phone from the wall of the apartment and goes ahead and tries again to dial Master Edwin.
Edwin is enjoying a trip through the local shops to buy some accoutrements and food, especially with the new guests that we'll have. And when you receive the call, he'll pick the phone up, smirk, expecting your conversation. Hello.
Hello, Edwin. How are we doing today?
We are doing fine today, Mr. Rain.
Crap. And how's your guest doing?
She has torn several sheets and damaged the room that she's staying in, and refuses to eat out of spite. But I'm sure she's perfectly healthy.
Yeah, she is a little stubborn about those kinds of things. I would like to talk to her, but not before talking to you a little bit. Okay?
I'm all ears.
Okay. I need the Hell Kitty. I need her because I'm about to walk into a situation that could be fairly hazardous to my health. And I know for a fact that the Hell Kitty goes ahead and finds out that I made such a stupid risk without her, she'll proceed to claw me apart and then half of New York City as well. She's done it before. So, what I'm asking you is it possible? Is it possible just for a few hours for you to just let her go, just so that you could hand her over to my custody, and after a few hours, her parole is over, and it can just hand back to you to do as you want to spend out the rest of her sentence for disturbing you and your kind?
I have a question. I'll answer that question with a question. Uh, wouldn't it be better to arrange or rearrange your meeting for a few days' time when the Hell Kitty, as you say, you need is released?
He goes ahead and sighs. I can't. It's with the Staten Island people. The Staten Island people are rather violent, and they don't trust me. I don't trust them. If I start to rearrange the meeting now, a few hours beforehand, they're going to act suspicious, get spooked, and then I will lose that contact pretty much forever.
I would like to point out the fact that these violent Staten Islanders, which is a fairly common trait of the people that live in this country, are going against you, who is the demon of the ancient world. I'm not too sure that they understand the problems that might cause you. I'm hearing me saying no to your request because I have no assurances that she'll be returned.
You have no assurances. You have no assurances. Not even my word, my good word, the word I've kept for like ever.
You mean the word that you promised Victoria and myself and the other Magi when we were standing in New York University on New Year's Eve, where you stated categorically that you would not enter our domain? You mean that one? Or the time that you almost got me killed when you decided to shout out? That time, that first mission that we went on to try and destroy the Earthbound. Let's see. What are the categories of sort of concern I have over your word?
Look. You and I both know that something freaky happened that was not supposed to happen. You opened the door, I was supposed to be able to walk through, things got a little hectic, and I was the one that paid most of the damage. I was the one that got a chainsaw through the chest, so as far as I'm concerned, I've already paid that debt.
How
And
unfortunate
as
for
far
you.
as New York, as far as New Year's is concerned, I've have helped my bargain. I even freaking called you up saying that one of my own would be walking in. I just was completely ignorant of the other one walking in. And you've seen it. You've seen how uncontrollable she is. She ripped out your room, didn't she? You can't control that
And
beast. You have to put up high
uh,
walls, tough iron bars to keep that thing inside. And at the end of the day, it'd be better. It's a lot of work. You just have to let her go sometimes.
she is a guest at our citadel. I would hope that you don't treat your guests by putting them in high-walled cages. Although I'm sure I will pass on your recommendation to her the next time I get to speak with her. I'm sure she mostly will appreciate that. I would suggest, though, as you've already pointed out, that you took a chainsaw to the chest. That is something that most mortals cannot sort of deal or stand with. That these Staten Islanders will pose no threat to yourself.
They don't pose any threat, no. But the problem is, if they start throwing punches and we have to retaliate, that's a conflict. That is an entirely new conflict on an entirely new side of this frickin' city that we do not want. We have a very, very simple conflict at the moment. Jersey City. We want to keep Jersey City as our main focus and not have to worry about Staten Islanders fucking up our shit.
What's going on in Jersey City?
Big fucking pit to the abyss.
Is this more of the fallen? This is more of your doing, isn't it, or of your ilk? into the abyss. Okay.
We're dealing with it.
Yes, I was successful. Again, I would like to come back to the same sentence I said previously. How unfortunate for you. No, there's no deal here for me, and I think that she will remain our guest until her sentence is complete, and then she'll be returned to you as good as new.
Fine. Fine. I'll be on the other side.
I will call if I have a change of heart.
Fair enough. Click.
Bizarre little man. Not too sure why he was a demon. And the part one, the scene ends. And we fade to black there, and we move on to the next stage of our scene. Consider a room. Large, stone, masonry, and very homely. Wooden beams supporting a very nice mosaic ceiling. Copper and brass pipes run on one edge of this room, entering a boiler, which sounds an awful lot like a heartbeat or breathing as it pumps heat into this room. A large four-poster bed, very comfortable. All the accoutrements, showers, chandeliers, chairs, and the feature of this room, apart from tapestries hanging on the walls, and a big heavy-set door on one side, is a large bay window. Etchings of frost are on the corners of this window, and the view from outside is that of many towers covered in snow and ice, and in the distance a snowstorm rages. The Hell Kitty is wherever she is in this room, and there's a knock at the door.
Lily is, in fact, lying in the corner of the bed, and she has a sheet wrapped around her as she did not bring any clothes to this unexpected slumber party. She hears the knock, but she is definitely deciding to ignore it, just as she has ignored most of all the other stuff that's been going on.
Another lock, louder this time. Are you decent?
Lily just, she can't help but laugh at that. Decent, yeah. But then she sighs, sure, come in.
A heavy-duty bolt from the other side slides across with a resounding thunk, and the door opens. Edwin enters. Edwin looks over first off to see where our guest is, and then we'll trace around the room. Certain elements of it have been damaged, but that's to be expected. And a tray of food has been left by the door, which appears to be untouched. You have not eaten again. I didn't think you were serious about refraining to eat.
I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry, I'm not thirsty, and I don't want anything from you.
Edwin will go reach down and pick up a bowl. It's actually quite nice, you know, and it will restore your strength. Very tasty. Although, I think it's not very well seasoned. Maybe not. I'll ask the cook to bring you something better. Oh, that's good. Excuse me. I've I've been asked to check up on you and see if you're okay.
As you try and taste the food, you can just hear the rumble that comes from Lily's stomach. And she actually has a very, although you could barely notice it, so because she's trying to be as grumpy as she can, you can see that the very twinkle of amusement in her eyes as you decide that this food is horrible. But she just she shrugs. She says, "Yes, I'm fine. At least as fine as I can be in here." And with that, she stands up from the bed and walks towards the window. She stares outside.
This is it's an enchanting view, isn't it?
It's not New York.
Considering the fact it certainly isn't. There's a realm beyond New York that we very rarely bring guests to. And I would not insult you so much as to say that it's your privilege to be here, but I certainly hope that you enjoy your time. Now, the reason why I'm here is to, well, make sure that you eat. It is a way of rejuvenating yourself and to make you heal from our previous encounter. But also the master of this realm has asked me to look in on you and see if you're okay. He says you've been having disturbing dreams.
As you mentioned that, Lily just twirls around, looks at you. For a moment, she seems to be about to strike at you, but she refrains. She says, "Well, what would he know about that?"
Edwin will move into the room and close the door behind him. He'll bring up a chair close to where the bed is and take a seat. Oh. Dreams of darkness and loss. I have been studying them of late, but this place exists at the will of its creator and occupier, and is our host, and has an eye for all things that go on within this keep. He seems to be a little bit worried about yourself.
So,
and when he gets worried, it's cause for concern.
Gee, never expected that the demons' dreams would worry anyone. Just dreams, you know.
I don't believe that for 1 second, considering the fact that the powers I possess allow me to walk amongst streams of men. Do you dream perhaps of past events or future worries? Or perhaps do you dream of the time before?
Why would I tell you?
Well, there's a great deal of, I can see, pain that you carry on your shoulders. And even though that the circumstances you're being here are that of a captor and captive, then there's still something I am charged with, and that is my responsibility to make sure that you are okay.
Fuck it, why not? It's not like you can do anything about it, plus it will keep the hours a little bit more easy. She just walks her back to the bed and she sits on it again, just redressing herself in that sheet, because there's only so many ways that you can pull a sheet around you without actually showing.
Edwin will turn his eyes away. Wait for you to finish.
But that Lily actually smirks a little bit. She has no issues with the fact that there are no clothes, and she finds it funny that this human, however powerful he may be, is.
We can get more clothing for you if you need.
I don't, but if you would find it better.
Well, I don't really have any issue with it per se. I'm just concerned that you don't catch a chill.
Hmm.
But then this place is heated. Well, I assume so. Anyway, you were saying about your dreams.
Well, there's not much to say about it. It's just dreams. What do you
About
want to know?
were they? Well, one of the reasons I brought you to this place, perhaps part of your repentance for transgressions, will be to have great interest in hearing stories or tales about what it was like before recorded time. Why you felt it necessary to defy the Creator to side with us, and is it you that we have to thank for the ability now that we possess to walk amongst the stars with our power? That what I'm getting at is I'm trying to find the source of true magic. It's to help me to understand my role in this universe, and to help me bring me closer to whatever goal that there is, or whatever end point. I don't understand why that we were gifted this.
If you want to talk about your role in the universe, you should really talk to some of my colleagues. I think it's the best way to describe it. I'm not very versed in the universe, and nor do I have many memories from the time before. If you have us to thank us, I don't know. I don't know if you should thank us or curse us at this point. Things happened because we did what we did. Things could have turned out differently if we hadn't done it, or if we would have succeeded. Would it be better? Would it be worse? I don't know. In my opinion, you guys would have been worse.
And I seek then to find a way why we were done. You made that decision. Now I don't know if you remember, but yourself and Josh both swore to me a long time ago when we first went up against that Earthbound to submit to a procedure that I had in mind, using my powers to bring you closer to your angelic form. With this form may bring back some semblances of your memory of the past.
Yes, that's true. We did. We did promise that. I completely forgot it was you. Humans all look alike.
I hear that a lot. Funny that. It's from the mouths of other creatures that exist beyond the realms of our Earth. Anyway, I am digressing. There seems to be the fear of a loss of a loved one in your dreams. This is what the master of this keep has indicated to me.
At that point, you can see that Lily shivers. She closes her eyes for a moment. Right on, huh?
That's what I get told.
If Do you know what happens when you die? When you die, or when one, maybe not you, but when a human dies.
I like to think that we are all beings of light, forged from starfire itself through whatever means, and when this physical form, this lens of our consciousness is done with, that we return to whatever it is. I have seen things contrary to that, though. I have walked across the wall into the Darklands and seen what's left of people's consciousness wandering around the lands of shadow.
Yeah, I visited that place too, not because it's my place to be there. Far from it, actually. But it's not the point that I was trying to make. If you die, there's something else. There's more. That's one thing that's for certain. With us, it's different. There are two ways, two things. If our body die, if you would kill this body here, I could either go find a different body. If I succeed, if I don't, there's the option of doing that what the Earthbound did, or we get sucked back to that prison where we came from. However, that's not the worst part. If we really die, not just the body that you now see, but if I die, for real, there's nothing. We don't die, we are forever. We arranged a place for each and every one of you all to go to. But we never arranged it for ourselves because there was no reason to. Because we wouldn't die. I don't want to lose those whom I care about in any way. Going back to our prison is that's just not something that we think about. It's horrible, just the idea. But the other option, that's just too frightening.
I see. So there is no undiscovered country for you. There is no holding on to life because you're afraid of what will happen next, because there is nothing next. There is no abyss. There is no consciousness. You are nothing at that point. Unmade.
The abyss is a playground compared to that, yes.
I see. And you mentioned then if you left your body, then you would be pulled back.
Yes.
I see.
Have you ever heard of a maelstrom? Have you heard of that?
I have witnessed a great storm that exists between the two realms, yeah. I did not stay to watch. I imagine what it would have done.
At least you had the choice to get away from it. If we lose this body, we don't find anything to replace it, we'll just keep floating until it catches us. We have to.
I see. This place around you, the walls here that contain this place may be strong and thick enough to prevent you from being pulled towards that gaping maw of the abyss, as you said. Has it not been perhaps a thought to see what you would become if you were able to leave your body and take up your normal form?
If that's the thing that you're offering me, well, I have to stay here and wait for anything to happen to those that I care about, then no. Listen, I don't know what you want to do, but there are charges that I have. There are people I need to protect. People who might get in trouble if I'm not there. Whatever it is that you want, just say so.
What I want is to find my place in this universe to allow me to transcend it. As simple as that, or as grandiose as that, as you say. But I think that the only way for me to do that is to find out why we were created as mages, what started it all off, and I can do that through you or your past.
Fine. Look, and her stomach just growls again. She just holds her hand in her head. Look, I understand what I did wrong. I'm not saying I like being here. I'm not saying I wouldn't try to escape. But yeah, we both know that that won't happen. I just want to make sure that those I care about are safe, okay? I'll stay here for as long as you need me, but just please tell me, is Reggie safe? Is Josh safe? Are they safe? Could you please find that out for me? Please.
I spoke to Josh before coming here. He's safe. And as for Reggie, Reggie will be in the care of Victoria. And I trust Victoria's power more than my own. I'm sure that both of them will be well protected. But there seems to be something that happened to Reggie prior to entering or coming back to New York City again. And I imagine that this had something to do with Locke. Spirit appears to be very similar. And after what you've just mentioned about jumping bodies, it suggests that the one, well, I won't say her name, now enters as now inhabiting a new body. But she did not recognize me or remember anything.
You know her name?
She gave me her star name, her celestial name, yes.
Idiot!
I believe you threatened me before when I spoke her name.
I'm sorry. It keeps being stupid. Sometimes I just lose some memories like that. It's difficult. Fine.
Listen, I'm sure that I have no intention of keeping you here for very long. However, this place here does offer an amount of clarity, especially if you speak to Drachenfeld himself. Although I would suggest perhaps finding some decent clothes to wear before presenting yourself to him. He does have issues.
Well, I can hardly find them within these four walls, now can I? And who is this Drachenfeld?
I'm sure you'll get to meet him soon enough. He's a very proud person, and he likes playing board games. He doesn't necessarily like to lose when playing board games, so I would perhaps swat up on Cluedo and a few other games that you might have played. He does like that.
Play games.
I would suggest making an exception for Drachenfeld, just to be civil to the host.
You know, being civil is not my specialty.
Well, civility is something that we can teach here as well.
I would rather not. Thank you.
A shame. We'll see when you meet Drachenfeld. Be an amusing thing to watch, actually. He is quite singular. A raving pervert, but never mind.
What?
I am digressing again. Big one. Nothing. Absolutely. I said nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Whatever. Keep your secrets.
There's no secret. I'm sure you'll find it in time. Consider it a surprise. Anyway, I am again digressing. Your charges, the ones that you wish to protect, the ones that you're worrying and dreaming and having nightmares about, will be watched. That you have my word on. But I do need you and to think very hard and long about the past. And if there's any power that I have to help you do that, I will use it. Perhaps we can delve into your past, and then I will get my answers as well.
So I'm your test bunny. That's it.
Not at all. Consider us both to be explorers.
Not quite sure if I want that.
This is what I'm offering.
Well, what if I don't accept the offer?
Well, I'd be most disappointed. And I wouldn't think favourably upon this this exchange. And I may have to. I'm not so forgiving as the host of this place. No, let me say that again. I will not. There's no reason to kill you. It would be a waste of resources, a waste of your energy, and it would set a political minefield up. I don't particularly fancy the idea of having the demon or the fallen of New York City knocking on our doors to try and take you back.
Well, you think that won't happen now? I mean, no offense, but when I look at you guys and I look at us and I look at friendships that we made, then I don't see a lot of friendships that the mages have, which we don't have. To be quite honest, it would be foolish to keep me here. But
well,
I made you a promise a long time ago. I understand my wrongs. I'll even eat your freaking food. And I will help you.
Excellent. Consider this as well. If by us working together, delving into your past allows you to remember things that you were, the things that you were able to do, then maybe that you will be stronger and better charged with defending and protecting the ones that you care for.
If they're still around by then. I mean, you know, Locke, Reggie, she basically hands out everything she has to everyone. And Josh, someone who manages to, well, he's not messing up that bad, but he's just so frail.
She possesses the power of a demon inside her. I don't think that I would worry too much about it. And considering the fact that she has a friend and ally in Victoria, I would not be worried at all. And if I may say about Josh, he does appear to be nigh on unkillable, as he reminded me in the past where he got a chainsaw stuck in his chest. He recovered quite well. As they say, he got better.
Yeah. No. Do you know how close? Just this close. And if it wasn't for Locke, who at this point can't freaking remember anything, he would be gone. It wasn't. I had to carry him out. I had to bring him straight to Locke or he would have died.
I'm sure we could have done something to minister to him.
Well, you weren't allowed.
Then again, I don't know. Look, you're here for a few days. Enjoy the food. We'll get clothes made for you, and we'll get yours laundered. No harm will come to you in this place. The pool of the abyss has no power here. You need not worry about yourself, and the ones that you can concern and care and have nightmares for are being watched. They will be protected. And then together we may find both the answers that I look for towards my future and you have in your past.
Fine. But Lily at that point just stands up and she just walks closer to Edwin until she just looks him straight in the eyes and says, if I find out that anything happens to either Reggie or Josh or any of my people while I'm in here, I will fucking kill you. I will hunt you down through the entire world. No matter where you go, you will not be able to hide from me. Is that clear?
Edwin won't flinch. Crystal.
Good.
As I say, I have absolute confidence in your friends and in mine. As I say, I have faith. I'm very certain, perhaps, that you should trust to the powers of your friends as well. I very much doubt Josh would ever go down without a fight worthy of a song or two.
I prefer if there would not be in a fight at all. I care for the two of them more than for anything. I would face that complete destruction for them just without any hesitation.
I see. This is not the first time I've heard these words. Locke, when she was in a previous body, has said a very similar thing when we first encountered the Earthbound. That she would face final destruction if she would be the only one that would be at risk at going against it. So clearly she has the same level of care. And then fled the city.
She did not flee. Well, she did because someone was stupid enough. Someone was stupid enough to mention her name to that creature. And you know, I think, being what you are, well enough what that could do.
Now I understand.
Is the most powerful one that we have around here, or was. I don't know how much she will be able to recall. If she would have been made his slave, I don't think any one of us could have stood up against that. Not the way we did now.
I see. So this was is clear to me why she left. It wasn't explained before. Now I understand.
Maybe you should have just asked.
That's not a conversational topic that I would normally approach with a member of the Fallen. So why did your powerfulest and strongest desert you in this time? And then have that explanation. No. I think I will ask the cook to prepare some more food for you. Please eat and drink. It will restore your health.
Yeah, what was that light beam? You did something to me.
It will repair that damage. It will rejuvenate your soul.
Just explain, what did it do exactly? There was no pain, there were no wounds, there was nothing, yet I felt like there should be a hole in my body the size of the moon.
It is an evocation from Solomon himself, the one who of our order founded our order, that built the first paradigm, the first treaties to deal with and to bind demons to our service. Not the demons of of your kind, the fallen, but creatures from beyond the Tellurian, the realms. And this incantation is something that we would use to combat those if they ever sought to damage or destroy our world. It was regrettable, but I believe a demonstration of my sincerity was necessary.
Well, it wasn't. The only thing I was trying to do was get out of there. If
I see.
would have tried anything, I think even you would not have been standing here like this. Not so easy.
You overestimate yourself.
I hear that a lot.
It will end up in your death, and that will be a regrettable thing. And that's not a threat from myself. This level of thought about yourself will end up getting you killed.
Like I said, I hear that a lot, yet still, here I am. You may be right. You may be very right. I don't attack unless I really want to protect something. If I want to protect something, I will attack without any hesitation, no matter whether I get killed or not.
There are better ways than being physically violent to protect the ones that you care for.
Pretty sure there are, but this is my path. I'm Arabisu. This is what I do.
I see. And this was what you were doing before when you first protected humans? Sorry, I'm asking you a question that you might not have any memory of.
I
Some
remember times when we hunted together, but it's so vague, it's hard. I can't really tell for sure. After that, pain, anguish, I've always been a soldier. Maybe not a proper soldier because, no, never mind. I've always been a fighter. Let's just keep it at that.
And with that, I think I shall leave you to your thoughts. Edwin stands up. Oh. Perhaps with the benefit of some rest and food and a good night's sleep, and with the help of the keeper of this place, Drachenfeld himself, you might find some answers to your past. I'll come and check on you again tomorrow. The next knock you hear from the door will be the servants here. Please treat them again with respect, and as they will be bringing you food. I know they can't do takeaway here, but I think they can bring you some KFC.
I see.
Or anything that you need. Sweet dreams. And with that, Edwin walks out and closes the door.
I think we will call it scene there.